Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome to Field of Glory 2. This game was brought to my attention by Julius. Many of you know who he is. He is kind of the lead PR guy for the Ancient Empires mod for Attila. And he reached out and said, dude, you need to try out this game, see if you can get access to it, because it looks like a lot of fun. And so it is. I reached out to Slither and they said, absolutely, here is a beta access code. Now, as a beta, I need to state that, of course, things are subject to change. And, text may be off, some mechanics may be still trying to get nailed down. Julius is working pretty closely with these guys. There is a lot of modding capability with this game, and I think you're going to see that with Julius and I doing some battles together, so be on the lookout for that. Field of Glory 2 is very much a top-down, tabletop style game. It looks tabletop, it feels tabletop, but in a very good way. That does mean it's a little bit slower than usual things such as Total War, Europa Universalis 4, things like that. So if you're looking for a super action-packed, quick-paced type of game, this is not the game for you. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. But me since I enjoy some tabletop style games, I think I will very much enjoy this game. I do enjoy it in the moment. I've only played a few kind of test scenarios and stuff like that, but yeah, if you're into tabletop, this is going to be the game for you. Now we're going to go ahead and hop right into the campaigns, and we're going to go rock the Julius Caesar campaign. This campaign follows the military career of Gaius Julius Caesar, who conquered the whole of Gaul, invaded Germany and Britain, then defeated all of his Roman rivals in a civil war spanning the whole of the Roman world from Spain to Egypt before being made dictator for life, then being assassinated soon after. Love it. Alright, so here's the campaign. Campaign map kind of showing where we start. There are 6 levels of difficulty at the moment. I don't know what this does. He lights up. That's cool. Whoa. Anyways, a little bit distracted there. So we're going to start with the governor. That is the above the average. I don't want to get too far in, considering that I still are trying to get the mechanics down. Maybe in the future we'll be able to do that. But as the governor status in terms of difficulty, we can then choose a static or a progressive campaign. Static means the difficulty level stays the same aside from the effects of losses, or we can go progressive, in which case your difficulty level would scale up by 1 throughout the course of the campaign. We're going to stick with static. As governor of the provinces of Cisalpine and Transalpine Gaul, northern Italy and the southern coast of France, you commanded 4 legions. You have raised 2 more and have marched to repel a mass migration of the Helvetii into the territories of the other southern Gallic tribes. The only option we have is to offer battle. All right, here we go. Our objective, we Romans and the Gallic tribes, we need to rout the enemy army by routing at least 40% of their troops and 25% more than what we have lost, or rout 60% of their troops total. Roman turns 1 of 24. We only have 23 turns remaining. The enemy are offering open battle. All right, so this is going to give us a good look at the campaign map. Now, these are the ones that we have to stick with. Right now, we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Legionnaires, some light javelin, and some slingers. But as you can see from this, we have quite a few that we can choose from. I don't think I can see the enemy's army, so I really have to pick and choose who I want to use. Of course, all of these have various costs. We can have various quantities of each, and then we have the remaining points. We could autofill and we could auto deploy, but I really don't want to do that. Instead, we are going to get some Roman Legionnaires. I'm going to get 4 of those guys. They are going to be very solid at holding the line. That's part of the reason why I do want all 4 of them, even though it did cost significantly. Let's hold off on that just real quick. I am going to go ahead and get some slingers. Apparently we can only have 1 more. Some light javelin men. I really don't think I want any archers right now. Not for this one anyways. I don't want raw legionnaires. because they're not the best swordsmen right off the bat. Some light horse. Let's go with some noble cav. Heavy artillery would be pretty cool. I actually haven't ever used those, so we'll get some heavy artillery in just to see what it's like. Some Thureophori. Again, I butcher these things. Lightly equipped spearmen, though, I think they would be pretty good. Some Spanish Scutarii. These are medium foot. Cohesion test modifier in open versus heavy foot or mounted. Let's go ahead. I really want some Roman Legionnaires. I don't think we need veterans. I don't need an elephant at this point in time. We could get some Scutari. Some Thracians. These are medium foot with the two-handed Romfi. I'm sure I butchered that one as well. Slack Roman Legionnaires. These Legionnaires have spent too long in a quiet posting. That's no good. We could get some raw Legionnaires. I feel that would be pretty successful. And we have quite a few here, don't we? Oh, I see. Never mind. There we go. That actually works pretty well. We've got our Thracians. We could get our lightly equipped spearmen if we wanted to. But I really think we need to get some javelin men in here. Javelin men are pretty important, and as we'll see, hopefully see in the battle. I don't really think I need veterans. We have regular Roman Legionnaires, and I think they'll be just fine. Do we have enough for some light horse? Yes, we do. Light horse archers. We won't worry about those. Cretan archers. There we go. That'll work. Alright. I don't want to auto-deploy. And instead we can move all these guys around. So it's really cool. You can move the camera pretty much any way you want to. You can zoom in pretty decently far. And as you can see, these are pretty awesome looking troops. The graphics in this game are quite surprising, and I do enjoy them very much. Yeah, there's no one else we could do. That's fine. So what we're going to do is we are going to move our... I guess I can't move these guys back. Oh, I can't. Good. I'm going to make a very solid line of Legionnaires. And we are going to do our best to hold. Now, this is not passable terrain, I don't think. Oh, no, it is. Okay, cool. But we don't necessarily want our... we don't want our Legionnaires on the front line. We'll get our Javelin men in front of there as well. So I like the idea that you can set things up. It makes it really, really convenient. These are raw Legionnaires? Oh, wow, they are raw, aren't they? Okay, cool. Got our Thracians. Light Javelin men. Oh, these guys can deploy way up front. Okay. And only a certain number. Only certain troops? Okay, well, we'll roll with it. Like I said, there are going to be a lot of things that I am unsure of in this game because I haven't had a whole lot of time to play. But I still think it's going to be a lot of fun. Thracians, they can go on our flank. And the Thureophori, however you want to say it. We've got our Spanish Scutari as well. My noble cav will go over here on the flank. I'm going to move these guys up. Get our heavy artillery. And I think that's pretty much it. So again, really able to deploy a lot. I just like the idea of it all. And we can accept that. We are in deployment mode. Okay, well, that's all right. We have quite a few units. This is like the most I've had. So it'll be very interesting to see just how well it works. Get my Spanish Scutari and then my Thurio groups, whatever you want to call them. My Spearmen. Javelin men, perfect. You can drag, move, or swap units in the highlighted area. You can switch units to different commands. You can move generals to different units. And when finished, hit the end turn. I don't really know how to... Yeah, there's still some key things that I haven't been able to find, or that I haven't been able to really figure out quite well. But we'll roll with it. All right, so here is our fantastic army. We have quite a few troops. Let's go ahead and end the turn. We are fighting against the Gallic forces. Hit that in turn. Here we go, boys. So again, very, very tabletop. I mean, just to its core, but I really do enjoy the style of it. Now the way I'm going to do these games can last a while. So instead of doing an entire battle, I'll leave it up to you guys. Initially, I will play this for my usual 35 minutes, and then I will leave it up to you guys whether you would like to see an entire battle, regardless of how long it takes, or whether you would mind me breaking up the battles in the campaign. It's completely up to you guys, but it's something that we can do all together. Oh, this is one thing we have to figure out that I don't like. Is I have all these commanded units together, but I don't want them all... You can move them all together, which is fantastic and everything, but I don't really approve of it. Now we can move them individually still, but it's not something that I really enjoy doing. Like, that is cool, and that's something that I want to do. It's convenient in the time, but it's not super convenient for me overall. I guess these guys can't move. What's their ammunition? 5 turns. Out of shooting range. That's what I want to know. What is their shooting range? Well, I guess we'll see. Hopefully it didn't kind of waste them. That would be very, very sad. In the turn, we'll spend a little bit of time just maneuvering and getting set up for the battle. Now you can move each of these units individually. I want to leave that. I want to emphasize that. And it might just be because all of those units are all connected to each other. Move your troops, man. All right, cool. So as you can see here, we have Boyjus, son of Vordix. He's a sub-general. We have a couple of noble cav. These medium foot might actually kind of get wrecked. And then, so here is kind of the... We're going to get into a lot of things. I may or may not explain them very well, but we'll just go for it. All right, so as these are light horse archers, we have the ability to have a few different commands. If we use the half arc of fire, casualties, which is your points damage, 10 to 50. If we turn and shoot, is a full arc of fire, casualties 20 to 70, but we do lose our ability to get out of the way. Or we could simply attack using your melee. So you have your impact, which is your initial charge into a unit. Almost, I think every single unit has this impact ability, and as you see there, you have your win, a draw, and a lose percentage. And then once you are done with the impact, within the next turn, either as the enemy melees you or as you get into the next turn and use that same attack up against the same units, you will then have a melee attack, which, as you can see there, really is not good for us. So we are going to go ahead and see if we can't kind of bust these guys up a little bit. Now, it is something to emphasize that the more you hit a single unit, the more likely they are to rout. They will do a integrity check if they take too much damage. It is super, super tabletop because you do an integrity check. Like, that is a tabletop mechanic to its core. And then sometimes they'll stay steady, sometimes they won't, and they'll get disorganized. It's just a really, really cool thing. So we're going to turn and shoot. And we're just going to hound on this single unit of armored cav. As you can see there on the bottom, their strength and their AP. Our AP are action points. As you can see, we're just we're taking them on as best that we can. And they're disruptive, which means they are disorganized and more likely to rout. It's the same deal over here. Light javelin, why can't I? There we go. We're gonna turn and shoot some barbarian light javelin men. Same thing here. They did an integrity check and they held firm. They held firm, but they have lost a unit. And then as slingers, we can come in, took on those barbarian slingers. All right. Not enough action points to actually engage. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I meant to grab him. Well, we have some Spanish Scutari that are kind of out in the open now. And our artillery do have the ability to fire. It missed, apparently. That kind of sucks. Let's see. Are we good against these guys? We are not. We should have. I mean, we didn't know. But I am going to go ahead and kind of break these guys up. Warband close order. These are undrilled heavy foot soldiers. And it is also important to note that we need the ability to, if you don't have enough action points, you can't turn a unit. They may have actually changed that. Because that is an issue that I had. Was I wasn't able to change the action point, the turn, at the end of my turn, which I thought was very frustrating. I don't think I necessarily changed that mechanic. It could have been feedback from the community. But I do enjoy it. There we go. Alright, so we have our entire line here. There we go. I don't think we get any sort of buffs for having multiple units deep, at least not at this point in time. That is something I would enjoy because I don't necessarily enjoy having this big, huge line. And to get some sort of stamina buff or morale boost or something from having multiple lines is very much kind of a Roman ideal anyways. We're just going to move our troops over that way. I'm not going to use my archers just yet. And some units will be able to flee once they're attacked. These being some of them, hopefully. I guess we'll find out in this end turn. Archers are hitting us. There we go. Look at all those troops. There we go. As you can see, they are evading. It's just their natural tendency. Especially low-tier skirmisher units will have that capability. There we go. I think we're about done. Let's see if there is a way. We're good. Okay. So, another thing, interesting point here is we have a guy right here. He is the general. Don't know why he's on the front lines. Barbarians don't make a lot of sense. But it does make sense to want to go ahead and kind of push him as hard as possible. There we go. Disrupted. That's what we need. As you can see here, our impact chances are very high at winning. They are disrupted, and they should have fallen back. I don't know really why they didn't. Unable to wield to face. There we go. So we're facing them now. we're going to go ahead and leave our infantry at this line. I don't really want to fight them. I don't want to do that. Push these noble cav. Nothing. They held firm, but they have lost some troops. All right, our impact here, we would lose, because these are medium foot soldiers. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... I don't think our raw Legionnaires would do all that great. Yeah, we might be in a little bit of a pickle over there. But I'm going to go ahead and leave my troops here. That is a general's unit anyways. I am going to turn and face the unit. We'll go ahead and face that direction. Maybe our impact won't be quite so negative. And I wish I could have brought him a little bit more closer. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and hit that in turn. Not much else we can do. Javelin men are retreating. It's kind of a balance whether you want to have them retreat or not. They will naturally evade, excuse me. Or at least have the chance to evade. It doesn't always guarantee that it'll happen. There we go. We did take quite a big hit. And it looks like we have some more troops of barbarians coming in from the side. We ready, boys? There we go. This army is fragmented. These barbarian archers. There's a big chance that we will draw here. There we go. They held firm, but they have retreated. That's good for us. We are going to fight these guys. They have broken, and they are officially routing. And there we go. Our ticker goes up a little bit. And then naturally, the horsemen will pursue. Best part, though, is I have a chance to bonk those dudes. Ooh. Very nice. I am going to pressure them. Again, the more we can disrupt these units, the better. Open ground. We are going to go ahead and retreat, though. Any chance? There's actually a pretty decent chance that we'll be able to do something. Now, another thing here is, as cav units and as pretty much any unit, if you can gain a flank, you will have a significantly larger chance to win an engagement, especially an impact in the impact stage. So that was a very good, even though they're light horse archers, they are still worth it. We're going to go ahead and at least engage in melee, see what happens. There's a pretty good chance we'd lose that one, so I don't want to do that. Fire when ready. Already did that. Turn and shoot. There we go. We're gonna let them run into me because I stand a very much greater chance of surviving that initial impact than they do. Because as you can see, we are heavy foot, quality is superior, and we are just very tight formation compared to the barbarian troops. Let's go ahead and hit that confirmation button. Units can and will come back. There we go. Elam's thrown. Our troops are fragmenting. Those are our javelin men, so it's pretty natural that they would get wrecked. These are our... I forgot we had javelin men right there. But as you can see, they run into my troops and they just really don't get that advantage. Some poorly armed rabble. I like that. They've fallen back. Don't know what those troops are doing over there. It's possible they're getting ready for a flank. Got troops going everywhere. These guys held firm. Very nice. Oh, they're gonna go after. I see what they're doing. I don't know why I can't. I think I messed that up a little bit. They're gonna go after my artillery. It's a brilliant idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it. And also, there is a point in time where you will lose your regular ammunition. At which point, what will happen... Actually, I didn't need to do that. At which point, your units will still fire, but the damage will be greatly reduced. We're still just going to hold the line here. I'm going to try and break this guy. They are fragmented, which means we have a much higher chance. There we go, and that's their general unit. Means they will have a greater chance of routing. We better not. We are going to lose that engagement. We would actually greater chance to just draw, which works for me. Those guys have held firm. Can't do that because we don't have enough action points. But again, that flanking charge. Cohesion won't drop on contact as light troops versus non-light, so we won't even worry. We'll just hit them in the back. They've held firm. There's always that chance, and it just keeps on happening for them. Get that charge impact in. Didn't seem to do much. Charge impact in again. Chance of us losing is significant. There we go. Yeah, we won't even worry about that then. But as you can see, we're already at minus, or at 6%. The enemy's at 6%. We are at minus 6%, and we're going to go ahead and hit that intern again. Actually, we'll do this. Nope. Zone of control is too low. We'll worry about zone of control later. Confirm. Stay fragmented. Javelin men, of course, will break. And then it just straight up gets changed quite well. Yep, they're going to break as well. And then now we have 8% troops routing versus their 6%. But now the enemy is running into our Legionnaires, and they're going to have a very, very hard time trying to take them on. My units are quite stalwart. Ouch. There we go. Oh no, that's never mind. That's not a good thing. So yeah, I didn't know this was actually based on an actual tabletop game that is already in existence. That actually made me really excited. And from what I've seen and from what I've heard, it actually is a very good representation of the game. They've done a really good job. There we go. Yeah, it'd be really good to see what they do in future developments. I'm enjoying it, but I'm a tabletop person, so that makes sense for me. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. There we go. All right, so what do we need to do? I need to get over here. There's a good chance for a draw, but that's better than nothing. Oh, never mind. There's a good chance to lose still, so I'm not going to do anything. Target's in close. Oh, that's right. Okay, so another thing. When a target is in close combat, they cannot fight, or they cannot be shot by the enemy. So that's something to consider also. So I couldn't have fought them because they were in that close combat. Good chance for us to lose. Let's just shoot them. As you can see, ammunition is low, which means they can still shoot. But they will very much receive a debuff in those statistics. There we go. Our Legionnaires are now able to turn around. Over here, our artillery. Where's their general? Is that him? It is him. Very nice. Out of shooting range, okay. Go, go, go. We wouldn't necessarily win that engagement. We need to move these guys out of the freaking way. Take that impact. There we go. Still haven't disrupted. Thought they would. Get out of his zone of control. That way we can start pursuing Unoric, son of Evicos. And yeah, it's not looking too great for us. And unfortunately, I can't do anything about like these horsemen or anything. Let's go ahead and end that turn. We do have a lot of units that just haven't engaged in melee yet. We can kind of get a whole big view of the battlefield here. We're taking quite a bit of damage from the barbarians. There we go. Oh, and they've broken. Yes. Anytime a unit breaks, I think, if I remember correctly, all of the units around it kind of do an integrity check. That's why you saw all those held firms. This will be our last turn for this episode. Hold firm, men. Hold firm. There we go. Legionnaires are tough, man. Yep, that's what's happening. They're trying to flank me. They brought in a lot more cav than I thought they would. Well, just being able to see the whole field from here is also a really cool feature. Units are still routing. They'll recover eventually. The good thing is, those armored cav are pursuing them, so they're quite a distance away. They've rallied, which is perfect. The Spanish Scutarii, they are not doing well. Come up here. Barbarian light javelin. Yeah, let's go ahead and shoot them. 21%, 26%. Oh, come on. Let's just charge them from the back. Give them that flank attack. They held firm. Come on. Yes. Unfortunately, we are stuck trying to fight those guys off. Here we go. They are disrupted. It does take a lot of effort to turn a unit around. And of course, this is tabletop. I get a little frustrated sometimes, but I do just have to remember that this is tabletop. Like, that's how it is. That's just it's what it is. And then you're going to turn and face your dude. Yep. And then we need to... We'll go ahead and fall back. Kind of do a withdrawal. Kind of do a gut check. 27% chance. Take it. Come on. Fight him. Oh, that's nice. They held firm, but they got pushed back. There's a good chance we'll win this one. They are disrupted. Oh, they held firm, though. Man, these guys are tough. Go ahead and fight these men. These warband do have a lot more hit points than we do. Something that we have to think about. Turn 5. And I think that is... Oh, nope, never mind. We can keep these guys even more disrupted. There we go. And that is all going to be it for this first episode guide. Field of Glory 2. I don't quite remember when it comes out. I'll give it a link in the description below. But guys, I hope you are enjoying this. I am enjoying it. This whole tabletop thing is a really cool idea. And I like the way it's implemented. And in talking to Petilius, he said the modability and the scenario setup for this game is just absolutely amazing. So we'll definitely be doing some multiplayer battles together. Look forward to that. I'm hoping to get the first one recorded with him this week. We just got to find the right time to do it. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Be sure to keep your eyes out for some more Field of Glory 2. It's HForHavoc, and I'm out of here. Peace.